Start Facebook. Oh, hang on.
What's wrong?
Just start Facebook.
And they're both on? But why did it say there was a problem?
Just wait, Dan. Just wait. I'm going to go off.
Alright. You might bring me a gin in half an hour. I'm live and here. My husband's just got home and now, so we are ready, steady, go. Now, I am doing, and I said to everyone, the names that I have got is I only have, that's the wrong page, I have 8 or 9. So, what I'll first of all do is tell you this. So, this is my card tonight, and it's using, I'm just going to do this first, it's using memorable, oh God, I'm hopeless. Blooms. So hi to anyone that's on, because you know you're going to find stuff. No comments yet. Come on, girls. I wait till someone comes on. We want to get these things. So we're using memorable. That might be it. Blooms. Stamps. Now, did I use... I'm going to not show you all of it for a sec. All the way. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to show you what the rest it's got. We've got this one. And we have the Deckled Dies. Or the Deckled Rectangles that are actually on sale at the moment. So they're going out. So they're on last chance. I did have some other decals that were on time, but I must have sold the wrong ones. And this is your celebration. So this is free when you spend $100. Now I worked out if you got the blooms and the dies, you'd be just short of a bit to get that for free, but all you have to do is add your cardstock. Now in the, chuck that on the floor, if you go to the annual catalogue that runs out soon, and then now will all be on sale, and with the paper, so AZURE Afternoon is in the AZURE, there it is, and that's in the, and that's by family, so you can buy that in a pack. So you don't have to buy just one whole pack like I have of the blue, because I use them all. You could buy a pack that's got all of them by that family. So, they're markers. So the all A4 cardstock, you get 2 of each colour in there, and it's $20.25. So that's the way, if you're going to make cards at home, that's the way to do. Buy the families unless you need the big block, and that makes it easier. Anyway, sorry to do that, I just thought I'd better let you know. So we so this is one of the freebies, is that stamp celebration. So if you spend $100 on the mini catalogue or the annual catalogue, this is what you get, even if you want to join up. So you can get that stamp. You can get, that's a nice kit if you've got kids. That's DSP. It's not my thing, but some people might like apples. A lot of people are putting the seagulls, but sorry, I got that last time, Starbuck embossing, which is really nice, and that one there. So that's this one. I've put those things in there. But that's a good way, and that's that DSP, and there's bling, so get that out. So we're going to be using those. I'm just going to put them to the side. Now this is the card, look at the card. So, oh hi Jill, how are you? Did you want to go on the raffle as well? I'll put your add your name. So we've got 9 on the raffle. I'll just put Jill's in because she's jumped on, and we'll add Jill Lancet. Okay, and I'll just give it a couple of minutes, Jill, to get anyone else on, and I will run it. So that's my spin wheel. Oh, I learned to do that. No, one of my other friends, Jenny, she does it and I don't. So this card, it looks boring. Okay, come on, I've said that the last 3 cards are all boring. And then you've got to open this up and you stand it up. And because I've got a bit of a sore hip, I made my son run into the shop and get me some tea lights. So unfortunately, he got these ones and he didn't realise they change lights, they change colour. So that's the card. So it's a bit hard to see. So it stands up like this. And you can push it down behind under the flower. And do you like that? Yeah, it is an original I found 2 years ago. Tammy White did it, but I had to change a couple of the mechanisms to work on our stamping. So I've used AZURE Afternoon with the blue, is the AZURE, and I've used that. So we'll start making that. Now, oh, thanks Jill, you're so lovely. And I put you in so the prize that people are getting, I've offered a free stamp set that's outgone. It's gorgeously made, and I was going to sell it, and I thought, you know what, my people are nice to me on here, so I'm going to give you the die set, post you the die set, and that's a card I made with the suite. It's just a simple little card, and it's got lovely suite on the envelope. So whoever I spin, we don't really have anyone on, so I don't know, Jill, I might just spin it anyway, and we'll see who gets it. Alright, now I've got to go to the spinning wheel, and what do I do here? Do I just spin it? Spin the wheel. Oh goodness, here we go. And the winner is...
Annette with the gin and tonic.
Jill Lancet. Oh my god, that sounds like it's rigged, doesn't it, Jill? But, oh, here comes my gin. Cheers, darling, well done. Is that amazing? Last person to come on, and it gets it. And I didn't spell your name right, but it's yours, Jill. So if you've got it already and you want me just to respin, and I'll send you some cards or something like that, because I know as a demonstrator you might already have it. But other than that, Jill, you are the winner of Gorgeously Made. If you can just message me what you want to do. Okay, so I'm just going to make a note on my paper so I know what I said. So I don't, winner. I'll spin it again, you have that. Okay, Jill. Thank you very much. That's kind of you. Okay, ladies, be thankful to Jill because she just said spin it again. Okay, and let's do it again and spin. Irene Ferguson. All right. Okay. I'm going to write that in now. Winner is Irene Ferguson. G-U-S-O-N, and PM me your address for post. And thank Jill, and thank Jill for passing on. And unfortunately, sorry, it's all gone on in capitals, but I can't fix that. Okay, so thank you, Jill. Jill, and she passed to Irene Ferguson. I'll put a big love heart on that, Jill. That's so nice of you. And I will definitely try send this card to you, Jill, if you'd like that. I'll put that on the back. Send tonight's card to Jill Lancet. And you have to, Jill, you will have to get your own tea light, because I'm afraid, well, these are colourful and they go, look at all the colours it's going. Alright, so I'm just going to drop that out of there. Oh, you light up my life. Alright, I'm going to drop that out and pop that over there. And this is the card. And it folds down flat, so I can't post the tea light to Irene. Okay, let's start making it. If you want to take a quick snapshot of the instructions, or they actually are written in the book anyway, so you can see them. I'll pop those out of the road. We've done the rubbish. It's not really rubbish. Alright, so, okay, so we are using, I'm not sure, let's see, okay, got my big block, because it's a big stamp. So I have what to do when you make a mistake. Don't throw away, adjust. This is my tea light one, so I did do a little mistake, but I'm going to do it better on this one. Alright, so I do need my instructions. Alright, because it is a big card. So we're going to have a piece of cardstock that is, let me get this out for you. Okay, so this is 5.5 by 8 1/4, and we are going to score it at 4 1/8. Now the American one is sized up differently. I was even drinking some green juice. I might end up having to go to the loo. And we're going to score. So the American do it 5.5 by 12, but our sheets don't go that far. Like, we only go to 11 3/4, and they go up to 12. So we do it a little bit different. And normally our cards are 5.5, which is could be 11 by 4 and 1. But if you use the quarter, if you go 4 1/4, the American, we can't do the 8. Okay, so it just goes over 8 to 8 1/4. American to 8.5 to 11, and we don't. So I don't know why. Don't ask me. So with this, we're going to go to 4 1/8 and score it. So that's 4 1/4, and half of that is in here. So I always say 4 1 2. So we're going to score that. Make sure you got your light brown. Alright, and I'm just going to putting it in there. Make sure it's correct. And that's that. So now our next piece is 8 1/4 by 5.5. I've got all my pieces ready here, my paint and everything. So the next piece, as I've said, is 8 what am I doing? The next piece is 5.5 by 4 3/4. 4 3/4? Yes. Or 4 1/4. Yeah. Hold on. I'm just going to get that. So 4 3/4. I think I said 4 3/4 and I didn't. What have I got there? No. Okay. 5.5, which is the length of the card. And 4 3/4. I need it bigger. I have the first one I did. So now no, that's my card. The first one I did And that's why I said when you make a mistake, adjust, you know, because the reality is you adjust. And so on this one, I did that, and then on the other side, what I did was, you've got to fold it here and put it down, but I accidentally cut it straight off, so I cut it at the normal 5. So, as I said, that's 5.5 by just on 4 1/4, so I need a piece in the middle to join it. So if you have a look at this, this should be exactly the same size as the front, see? And now I need a piece that we're going to join this, so I have another piece at 5.5, and I'm going to score it in a half, okay? I'm going to show you how to fix a mistake, because I think it's very important to fix your mistakes, not to have to throw it out and start again. I mean, if you've bought that pack and you've only got 2 pieces to make 2 cards, you don't want to have to do it again, do you? Alright, so that must be, oh, I know what that's for. So that piece here is 4 inches by 1 inch, and that's for our label. So we'll get back to that. Then we've got a piece of envelope. And we have, now, in my one, I've used a shiny white. Now, this is an old retired one. So if you don't have the shiny white, if you've got anything that's nice and shiny, this is 5 1/4 by 4. If you've got, you can't see the shininess on that, but it's shiny. And then I've got a piece of vellum. Now, mine's, again, my vellum is retired, and because we've just moved, I did have some other vellum, but I can't find it. And that's 5 1/4, okay? So that's your measurements. Hopefully you took a photo at the beginning, and we'll show you what's going to happen. So, you would think this is a normal card, right? That's the card, and you do that, and you stand it up there, but because we've got, look at this, it's got 3 pieces, and we don't have cardstock enough, and see my join? And on that side you can see it, but it's fine, and that's how we're going to fix it. So, on here I'm going to use tear and tape because I don't want people to see the white. So that's going to be my cutting edge, that's my base. Oh no, that's going to come up from my thing. And that here is going to connect to here. So I am going to put it on here. So the normal measurement should have been 5 1/2 by, here's my sheet, 5 1/2, 5 1/2, basic what, no, where are we? 5 1/2 by 4 3/4. Make sure you've snapshotted that, and it's 4 3/4, okay? And if you make a mistake, you just get to do what I'm doing, so we're just human folks. Alright. So, all I've done is tear and tape on both sides. Use your picking tool. Oh God, I would be lost without this thing because my nails are always either too long or there's something else. And I have done both sides down on this side. So what I'm going to do is we're going to be strategically, and what I might do first is this way. Oops, sorry. I want it on this way, so I'm going to do it that. Hold on, got to get my head around this. We want that piece here to come down. So, I'm going to bend it and pop it in there, but we're only getting the one side. Oh my goodness, sorry folks, I'm just going to push a no on that. Sorry folks, I'm just going to silence my phone. I should have done that in the beginning. Alright, so we've got that here. And this is going to go down to here. So now I'm going to just fold that back. Okay. And we don't want to see it on there. So butt it up to the end. Oh, look at my concentration. Got to make sure you can't see it at that end over there. Now you can't really see it at all, and that will be covered inside, and the other piece will go there. We'll just give that an extra little push. I don't want to see it. You can't see it. You can see the little join there, but it's not really, it's not bad, is it? Okay. Alright, next bit. Next bit. Now we're going to get, put that aside for a sec, and we're going to get our vellum, and we're going to get our kit, and I'm going to show you. We're going to get our versamark, our cleaner. Got all our little tool. These, I didn't think I'd use this, all these toolkits, but I do. You just have to do stuff all the time. Okay, so you in the kit you get this, you get that. That's a spare one of mine. I'm not sure. I think it's that brush and the toolkit and the box with it. Unfortunately, if you want to get the versamark and all that, that's separate. I've put that on my list so you can kind of have a look at it if you want. There is no obligation with me. I love doing this. I want to share it, but I just thought if you like to know it, I'll do it. So, hi Lee, hi Rosalind. Sorry I didn't see you. It's all right. We've just started. If you've been here 2 minutes, you've probably seen that. So the vellum, mine's a printed one. Can you see that? You can use plain, you can use anything. That's the card, Lee and Rosalind, and it has a little tea light that, if you can turn it on properly, and that's the card we're making tonight. You see the little tea light there, and it lights up behind your card. But as I was saying earlier, my son, I sent him in to get them because my hip's sore and I didn't want to run in, and he came out with lovely coloured ones. So maybe I'll hold those for Christmas time and we'll make another one. Alright, so now we're going to use the BLOOMS and the nice big one. That's why I've got my big block out. So that's the big block. It's on D, I think. D. It's in the book. Oh, thanks, Lee. Alright, so what I'm going to do is do one from this side. Now, because it's such a big one, I've got this roundy thing to push it down and hold it. You can hear my dogs. I brought them a new toy. Now, I'm also going to do it on the other side. Probably it's not going to be all over it. Now you can't see the versamark yet, and I'm just going to do it so it's coming out like that. And again, right. Now while we've got that there, and I can't see a damn thing, can I? So what I'm going to do is, where is my other photo? My other stampies? You are awesome. Yep, we're going to put that on a smaller one. Now, I did it, you can't see it, but I can see the shiny, and I just put it so that you could see, you're only going to see awesome, to be honest, because I did do you are, but it didn't come through, and I might drop it down a bit lower if I can see where the versamark stamp is. Okay. Alright, right, now that we've done all that, down the road, this, bit of work. It's a bit hard when you can't really see. It's a lot of versamark, isn't it? A lot of embossing. Now, see how you've got that little line there from the stamp? Just rub that out. Any lines you can see, you just rub them out. If there's any sort of powder around that shouldn't be there, you can give it a bit of a tap from the back, and that's done. And this one, I'll just clean that up so I don't knock it all over my desk. Which I can quite happily do half the time. Knock that out there. So a lot of things to get going when you start making your cards, isn't there? So we're going to have a little bit of a noisy thing here. If I can get my cord to come right around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly heat the tool up a little bit. Okay. Just to get it a little bit warmer. Get that out of the road. So this is the stamp set here. Memorable Blooms. I keep saying memorial. Okay, so it can make it the vellum can lift up a bit. So I'm just going to turn it over and just keep turning it so we don't have the lifting too much, okay? Alright, we'll leave that do. Take that off. Put that on there. So you can see it's got a little bit of lifting, okay? But we're going to be cutting a bit of, putting that behind. So next we've got to do is just very quickly colour these in. So this is AZURE Afternoon as well. And this is really nice. It slides around these flowers so nicely. Look at this. It doesn't even go on the white. It is so nice. You just got to remember where all the flowers are. Won't take me long, don't worry, dolls. Up here. I hope you've all had a lovely Christmas and a nice break. I've been a bit sore, so I had to go for a MRI today because my hip's been really sore, and I thought I just had an ulcer in the hip, but he thinks I might have to have my hip replacement, which I don't really want to do, but I can't walk or anything very well. Alright, do you reckon I've got all my blue in there? How easy was that? Now there's small flowers up there. This is a lovely little set. It doesn't have dies, so it's a nice one just to pick up for some easy ones. Alright, look, there's another little one over there. Isn't that lovely? This ink is so nice, so you can go and give it a little bit more on the bigger ones, and that will blend out a bit and give you a little bit of dark there. Don't do it on the little ones, but that just gives you a bit more you know, colour to it and distance to it. See that? See the flowers look a little dark and a little light? I have got light, but I didn't use it on there because I didn't really want to. And I've got this beautiful olive green for the leaves. And if I turn it to the big end, I'll get it in. So this doesn't take too long. You like a bit of colouring in, don't you, Rosalind? Isn't it pretty? I can see a bit of flower I missed there, girls. Down here. Let's give that a bit more dark. Nearly missed that. Just as well we are doing something. Okay, look how easy this is, and just such a pretty one. And oh, my friend ringing to see how my appointment went today. It's another one I missed. You get into the green and you see what you've missed. There's another one. These ones leaves. Oh, isn't that a beautiful leaf? That big one there. Okay, we're getting there, girls, don't worry. Won't waste your time too long. There's another blue thing there. I'm pushing down on that green one a bit much, aren't I? And there's another blue one there. Down here. And where did I see the other little one? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and down here. Okay, I'll give that a bit of extra indent, some little extra colour coming out of those big ones. So can you see it coming? The dark shades that you get in there by doing a bit more blending. That's why they're called blenders, haha. Oh, Rosalind, I don't think I've mastered it. I just keep going, and if I muck about, I muck about. It's so nice to do it. Alright, so we've got this, and we are going to get our shiny piece, which is this one, and we're going to use a rectangle. Okay, and if I'm right, I'm just measuring it on this one. Yep, this is the one we're going to use. So we're going to cut this out here. Right. Get out of the road there. Bring up my bossy boss. Oh, these ones are heavier. Alright, so you've got your lower mat, your cutting mat, then you've got your glass mat. Pardon me, I use a die mat, but I don't think it'll go through with all of this, so I'm going to try it. I brought these die cutting mats. I'm going to put it in, but I'm not sure. No, it's not going to work like that because it's not, that cardstock's too heavy. So, because we had a mat with Stampin' Up that was magnetic, but it didn't last long, so I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on there. And this washi tape's pretty good. Last week I used a bit of sellotape and I was a bit scared it wasn't going to let anything go. Okay, so I want it to be really even all round. So I'm just going to put one on either piece because I'm just a bit scared. I don't want it. Yeah, see? I'll pick things up, throw them down again. Alright, so in it goes. Now watch the whole table wobble. Can you hear that crack? That's the crack because it's got into it. You know what? When my older boys were at kindergarten, my youngest of that three went to this little kinder run by the old ladies at the church, and they used to do drawing, and they were 3-year-olds, right? And they used to do the drawing. Keep this piece for something else. Said I'll have to make something with that next week. And they made them. If they were riding, they all had to ride the one way, or the little old ladies would go over and say, "Boys, stop, go back." And of course, you know, my little boy, even though he was 4 or 3 for kindergarten, he was also 10 foot tall. He was a very big boy. So, as you can see, this time my UR shows. See, on the other one it didn't. So, I'm going to put my tear and tape, which I put away and hid. And they used to come and say, now just got to make sure I've got the shiny side, so I'm going to that's the shiny side there. I've got it on the right one. I'm going to put terry top. And the old ladies would come around and say, go around the other way. You're not allowed to ride that way. And, you know, it's so funny. The little fella would do exactly what he was told. But when they coloured in, the ladies printed out these pictures from a colouring book. And they used to put a colour crayon. They'd draw a little strip of the colour onto the area that the children to colour in. They weren't even allowed to do it how they wanted. The ladies organised it. But you know what? I loved those ladies, and I loved the fact that my son did what he was told. So one time in his life he did exactly what he was told, because they were only 3 and they gave them, you know, fruit, and they played with them, and they were there for about 9 till 2. So hey, when I'm getting some free time, because he was my 3rd one, I was off playing netball, having some fun. Right, now I'm going to do this. So to hold it down, I am going to make sure, I'm just going to look on top, and I'm going to straighten it up. You know what I'm going to do? I'll put this on here. No, it's too big. I need something not so big. Here we go. Will that work? Let's see if I get that right in the middle. God, I'm a thinker. Go on, down over you go. That's it. And I'm going to put it, watch this place, and down. Okay, so there we have it. Now we've got a little bit, if you can see there's a little tiny bit. Hi, anyone on the YouTube, why don't you say hello? You missed out on our drawer. I raffled off. Well, I didn't raffle it, I gave it to someone. Oh, there we go. How fast is this, and how pretty is that? Do you reckon that's not pretty? See? When it goes blue, it looks nice. It just maybe red doesn't look well. Stripes. The stripper's house now. Alright. So, this piece, how easy is this card? Is going down on here. So I'm just going to use my glue on this all the way around. Right, that is going to go down here. Okay. Now, just for 1 minute I'm going to put that on top because I don't want to touch it. Alright, and then we'll just push this up to the back for 1 sec, and we will get the next piece done. Now where's my little blue? I've got my AZURE. Do some stamping. Where's my little, did I drop it? Oh my goodness. This happens to people. And it was here. I've got some more blue. Keep your leftovers. And there it is there. So this piece is left over. You can cut this and make a belly band on another card. So don't throw your scraps out. Keep them. Next week I would like to do, I think I've got an idea on the next couple of weeks on a couple of cards. It just depends what happens. So this one we need to stamp with our versamark. So I'll just bring that back for a sec. I could have done it before, couldn't I? And so we are stamping It's All Your Day, and that's from the stamp set that I'm using to hold it down. I'll stick the blocks on it. Alright, so this is the one you get free if you spend $100 that up till 29th of this month. So we are I'm going to put All Day Your Way, because that says, oh, see, it did go under. It did go under. So I could have put it down a bit, I think, and lost that. That was not my bad. But I can't move it now because I've glued it, and you've only got so many rules, so many times. Never mind, that'll be my one to send to someone, and whoever, Jill Lancet is getting the original today because she was very kind and she won it. She won the stamp set, but she already had it, so she offered it to the next person. And the next person was Irene. So she will be getting this in the mail. So this is quite cool. I saw a card out of this with birthday. You put those screamy things in there and did happy birthday and everything like that. So I'm going to get another stamp. And I can pick that up. Right. All your way, so that's going smack in the middle. So it's 23 to 33, so that's easy. Alright, down and up. Clean that in a minute. Oh, I didn't put my rub bit down, did I? Give it 2, 3, and give it a flick. Alright, we've got a little bit of messy to clean up there, guys. Look at that. Bring that over here. Now I do somewhere have the tiniest little paintbrush I keep in here. So as you can see, there's a little of the white. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to brush that all off and stamp it on the other side. I'm not happy with that because I forgot to use my embossing buddy, which is sort of probably just a bit of corn flour inside. So let's get the versamark again. And we'll put that down right smack in the middle. And we're going to do that again now. Because it's right down here on the bottom, I can just run it through here. That will be fine. It will stick on the back. Now look at that. So give me 2 secs and I'll get my little line out here. Look at that. I love it. I love watching this shine up. And you can give it a little heat on the other side so it doesn't roll around. And what I'm going to do is give it sort of a, what do you call it, a banner look or something like that. And up, so we just cut into the end, straight up. Now it is big, and the reason why is because it's going to be holding the card up. I think I did that. Isn't it funny, you can never do them quite good enough sometimes. I wish I was perfect, but I'm not. Oh, okay, rubbish there. Let's put that away, we'll sort that out later. Oop. Nearly there, guys. How are we going? 40 minutes, that's all right. I need a gin. Now, on the back of that, we're going to put some dimensionals, because this holds it up to allow the card to stand. Alright, so we'll just put that to the side for a minute. Won't take those off. Now we've got to stamp our inside piece, our mat, and on that I put happy birthday, and I did on the envelopes in the ink pad, I did AZURE afternoon. I wish they put some names I could read. Alright, so what stamp are we using for that? Happy birthday, which I don't know is in that one. Let me have a look on the front. So all of them say what they've got. It has got the happy birthday. So I just have to find happy birthday. And it's not that one. It's that one. So you can, they have pictures underneath and you just stick the stickers back on where you go and you know what you're doing. Alright. I've got happy birthday. I'm making sure it's all stamped up properly. And I'm just going to make sure that's not on there because we don't want to ruin this. And I've this here, so if you line that up, your that's going to go on there, so you know your happy birthday has to be up here because you're going to glue that other piece on in a minute. So we clean that off and put that back in so I don't lose it. And I'm going to get my flower out of Memorable. And I'm just using the little one on this piece. So it's a pretty little one too. Ooh, that's a heavy one. Alright, and so I just did up there. I'm not pushing it too. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, so when you do a mistake, you turn your card over. You know why? Because that's not stuck down properly. I'm going to push that down on my glue. Don't worry, it will not show through. Okay, I had that on. See how it's lifted up a bit there? I'm going to use my picky tool to hold it down for a minute. I don't know why that's done that. It's just a new stamp, isn't it? And we will clean that as well on there. There you go. So I'm going to do that on there, and I'm also going to do it on the envelope. I did put a little bit of ink there. So, okay, so we got that one. So I'll give the person that one. I'll keep that to go for my card. And I'm going to work out why. Push that down. Maybe in the stamp set I didn't put it down properly. And it jumped up, so I'll double check that later. So now I have to redo happy birthday, which I put away. I'll just use that on there. I got that the right way, and I haven't. Right, let's turn that over and put there, and we're up there. There's your happy birthday. Alright, we're coming to the end, girls. So this will go down the bottom, and see, look, you can't see that on the back, can you? So don't throw your stuff away, reuse it. Stamping Up is the only stuff I've used that doesn't show through, and it makes the card nice and hard, solid. Okay, I've got that, I moved that a little bit there, and I moved it from there. My goodness, you've got a couple of seconds wiggle room, and if you've got a cloth behind you, and I will use this here, the button buddy will stop you. If the glue comes out, it will stop it sticking. Okay, if you've cleaned it off and you want to make sure, just use your buddy, because it is just like corn flour. Pop that away before I stick the bloody card in the middle of it. Now, here we've already got the card, but it's not going to stand because there's nothing there. So we just, the last thing we do is take off these. And in smack in the middle. Look right. Don't push them down till you made sure you're right. Push that down. And then we've got, now what I didn't do, and no one recognised this one, I didn't do my fold on that side, did I? So there you go, folks. So I hope you liked it. Give me a thumbs up or a subscribe to my channel, and come back and watch me next week. And isn't that lovely? Oh, you can't sort of, I'm trying to make it so you can, I might have to put my hand behind the tea light. It's off. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I forgot to take the inside out. Oh my goodness, girls, how's that for a mistake? I was meant to cut the blue out, so I will do that later. Sorry guys, I lost a piece. When I used the dye on the vellum, I was meant to do it on the blue. Well, this is the good one. I was meant to do it here on the blue. So, because this card, it's not going to matter. I'm not going to run it through there and lose it. I'm just going to see what I said about adjusting. How can you teach someone to make a card and then do the one thing wrong? And I'm going to hop in there later and take that out. So that's my card anyway, so that doesn't matter. Aren't you laughing at me? I've got a one of these cutters, and if I don't go through too hard, that will be a choice in itself, won't it? Anyway, this is the one that I will be sending away. And that is why the tea light wasn't working, and it does in there. So Jill Lancet, that's on the way to you. And everyone else, learn how to make mistakes and get over it. Still, you know, really, even without a tea light, it's still such a pretty card, isn't it? I think the tea light in it looks better, but it stands up. I've done that in a motorbike one as well, so this will be on its way out. And I have really well and truly showed you how to mark up a card. So if you need any help doing that, come back. If you don't, come back anyway. Join me, and next week I'm not sure what I'm making. I've got a couple of ideas there, and I'll get round to that. I hope you like that card, because that's quite special, I think. And good night to you all. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye. Stop.